host of Let's Talk Teens, Dr. Keela Henry, board-certified family medicine physician, speaker, and award-winning author. Southern-born from Georgia and now practicing in the Atlanta area, Dr. Keela is a self-made, savvy, and trusted doctor.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Let's Talk Teens with Dr. Keela. And of course, I am your host, Dr. Keela, board-certified family practitioner, speaker, and award-winning author of your favorite book, Nia and the Numbers Game, A Teenager's Guide to Education, Relationships, and Sex. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to talk about teens and social media. Now, before we get into it, I want to take this time to wish everyone a happy Easter. With this upcoming holiday, I want to encourage all of my teenage viewers to remember, unplug from social media this weekend and spend quality time with your families, not just via text, but have real face-to-face conversations, because family matters. For this week, I want to talk about how social media, I feel, has helped to change beauty standards. However, those beauty standards can potentially have an effect on young people's self-esteem and self-image. Traditionally, the beauty standard has been thin, blonde, and buxom. Now, one way social media has changed this for the better is that it has really broadened our perception of beauty. With social media, we get to see a wide variety of complexions, hair textures, facial features, and body sizes. And that can be a good thing for young people because they get to see their own unique form of beauty represented. However, one way potentially this could be damaging to someone's self-esteem is if you find yourself comparing yourself to people that you admire or think are conventionally beautiful. And as you know, low self-esteem can affect your mental health. So how do we avoid this? For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know I have quoted Iyanla Vanzant as saying, comparing yourself to others is like an act of self-violence. So how can we avoid that self-violence and really come to appreciate our own unique beauty? Well, I have to give credit to Miss Iyanla Vanzant. She has 4 steps. Step number 1, get clear about you. Miss Vanzant says, you want to be able to enjoy and appreciate others' success without being bitter about it. Think of several words that describe you: smart, kind, friendly, generous, ambitious, giving. Focus on you, because when you value yourself, you realize you don't want to be anyone else but you. Step number 2 is look for meaning rather than approval. And this is huge on social media, right? Because people are looking for likes and approval of others. They want to go viral. But are you willing to compromise yourself or do things that you really shouldn't, things that are controversial, just to get attention and approval or likes? For example, I'm a small channel, right? I don't have 1 million followers. Now, I find meaning and value in helping young people, particularly teenage girls. But I'm not willing to do ridiculous things that aren't consistent with my personality and who I am just to get likes and follows. I'm just going to be consistent and be true to myself. So again, remember, seek meaning in what you're doing and who you are, not just approval. Step 3, know your strengths. All of us have unique gifts. When you're comparing yourself to others, you are valuing their strengths and gifts, which may be different from yours. And this goes back to step number 1 when you think of those words that describe you. Think about who you are and what you bring to the table. And then step number 4, copy what works. Now, it's okay to admire someone else and see that what she does may be working well for her, and you can incorporate some of that into what you do. For example, I'm incorporating these steps from Iyanla Vanzant into what I'm doing to spread this message, and I'm giving her the appropriate credit. I'm not jealous of Iyanla Vanzant. I'm not bitter about her success. I'm doing what works. So let's review those 4 steps again to keep you from damaging your self-esteem and comparing yourself in a negative way to others. Number 1, get clear about yourself. Number 2, seek meaning, not other people's approval. Number 3, know your strengths. And lastly, copy what works. This concludes this week's edition of Let's Talk Teens with Dr. Keela. Next week, I'm going to talk about how social media can affect your friendships. See you then. Have a happy Easter, everyone. Bye now.